Did I make it? Am I here? Is it real?
Yes, that's right. Now we can stop everything right now. We're done. Everything is fine. You're good. Everything is just fine. I'm looking at these monitors over here, and I can see you. I see the bright red that you have on and the beautiful picture behind you. Can you comfortably hear me?
I can. Can you hear
You're,
me?
I can hear you just fine. Yes. Hey, so are the cats still around there somewhere?
I think so. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure. I'm making sure my
No,
phone doesn't
no
fall.
worries. No, no worries. No worries. No worries at all. The page, you see, this is live, so if we have any technical difficulties or anything, we can always start all over again. There. Now, what's that cat's name?
That is Sophia.
Sophia.
Yep.
Got it.
Sophia. I'm surprised she's not looking at us. She is the sassy girl.
She is the sassy girl. And you have another cat, right? You
I
said
do. Rumi. Rumi is the
Rumi?
actor. Rumi, the Middle Eastern poet, my favorite poet.
Oh, got it. Got it. So R-U-M-I.
think a lot of people think when I say roomie, I'm meaning like my roommate, like my roomie.
Ah, okay. I just thought you wanted more room in your life. But you did make room in your life for making some adjustments and changes that you wanted to make. Why don't you give me an idea of what that was like, and why did you need to make changes and adjustments in that relationship?
Good questions. Okay, so the relationship with my mom was a difficult one. I grew up, she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. And it was a very lonely relationship with her. Not a lot of acknowledgement even, or the relationship was, you want to be proud of your life events. She was not one that was going to show up at my basketball games. She didn't come to my high school graduation. She didn't come to my college graduation. I felt very ignored and very lonely. And I didn't understand how to be with her, but I did a lot of personal work. And actually, I feel like, for the relationship we have now, I think it's about as healthy as it can get.
Mhm.
It was a take relationship. It's like I existed to just bring home some money and serve her. And I just
Oh,
felt lost myself completely and didn't feel like I had a mom. I felt very abandoned with her. And now I have a relationship where I fully accept where she is. And I think it's beautiful. And I feel like I've gotten to know her as she is. And I feel like, honestly, she loves me the best way she knows how, the best way she's equipped to. And I hold firm boundaries for myself, and I'm able to, in holding firm boundaries for myself, I'm able to relate to her with love and without resentment.
what would it be like living with that resentment?
Uh, it eats you up inside. I love that you asked the question why, because ultimately the relationship that I wanted to heal with my mom was for me.
Mhm. How did it work for you?
Yeah, I noticed that I started to feel happier because I was taking back my life. I was taking back my choices. I started to realize at some point that I was constantly making choices in my life to try to get my mother's approval, to try to get her to
Oh,
notice me, all of those things. And so, I talk about being abandoned, and I say that, and I felt abandoned by my mother. But the truth is, I just was abandoning my own life by choosing to people please her or to get her approval or her validation. It felt like I was living my life for someone else, so I was completely empty inside. And when I turned that on to me and turned all that love or that seeking, all that energy, it was like I orbited her. It was like she was the sun and I would just orbit her. And I took that back and started to build that for me. And that just it just expands. What you focus on expands. I focused on me and I expanded.
but it wasn't easy, was it? or was it?
No, it's not easy. There's a lot of discomfort with it, and it's a constant work in process. And you have to be willing to really go back to saying, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth the work. There's so many times where I feel like it's so hard and we forget that we can do hard things. How do we know we can do hard things? We've been doing hard things.
Yeah, there you go.
We've been enduring a lot of emotional pain. I came to the point where I was like, I've got to pick my hard. And as hard as it is to learn something new and be in that place of discomfort, for those of us that may have had the narcissistic abuse or and are dealing with it, constantly what comes back at us that we're being selfish. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, there's days where I make a choice for me. This happened recently. In dating, I asserted sort of my need, and I literally just got a flood of shame feeling that I am difficult and unreasonable. I'm supposed to
Oh,
want
wow.
what everybody else wants for me.
Yeah.
That's sit through that. It was like
Yeah.
3 days of feeling shame and feeling like I'm asking too much. You get to where you feel kind of edged out when you're in the space with the narcissist. It's you're there to serve them. And since you're to ask for your needs, it's very uncomfortable because you're going to get a shame backlash. And no one's around to do that to me now, right? I live on my own. So who's doing that to me? It's
Yeah.
me. And now I have to sit with that discomfort. And that's hard to do. It sometimes feels easier to give in to that feeling.
Is it easier than the first few times you've had to sit with that, well, major discomfort of guilt and shame for choosing yourself first?
Uh no. No.
I told you every time I ask that, I always get a different response. But go ahead. No, it's a real response. That's real, what you're saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. The thing of it is that, and I always like to share this with my little sister too. Like, as kids, we think everyone's got it all figured out, right? Oh, I've been knowing you. I should have it all figured out now, right? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be easy now. And we forget that, and I like to remind her, I'm like, we don't all have it figured out, but we're doing the best we can based on the experience of our previous choices. So in that regard, my brain starts to collect evidence that like, oh, we've done this before. It's going to be hard now, and it's not any easier. But I get to remember that on the other side is so worth it. You'll feel that freedom and expansion.
So
I
now,
think that's one of the biggest things we struggle with, those of us that have been endured a lot of gaslighting and things like that. We don't trust ourselves. And so we feel this shame and we think, oh, we should do what they want to do. We should go on that team because that'll feel better. And we're not being so pleasant to ourselves. In my case, my mom's not around. Who's gaslighting me is me. So just continuing to stay with myself, even when I'm feeling what I would say not approving of the way I'm acting or being or feeling emotionally, but being willing like to stay with yourself. I almost tell myself that I love you even when you're unlovable.
oh my, oh my goodness.
So when I earned money, there was going to be a fight in it to get it. Like it was like expected that I would just give the money to my mother because she would have a bigger or better reason that she needed it over me. And so then, it's it can be a lot of fun when you earn money. Like you work hard and you can feel proud and you feel pride and you feel good and you do things that you would enjoy earning it, and then you can enjoy also spending it, the reward. Girls, we like to get our hair done and our nails done,
Yeah.
wear a pretty sweater, sort of a concert with your friends, all of those things. And so it always felt like the answer was no. And it was like stripped of me before. And if I really wanted it, it was going to be a knockdown, drag out fight, or I would have to be doing sneaky things like spending it all, So I can't even say no because there's no boundary, right? I didn't know how to assert that boundary that this is mine and I earned it and I can say no. So
Right.
I would hurry up to spend it all. So, I mean, what's there to fight about? I don't have it to get to her. And that led to patterns of spending on things that didn't fulfill me. It was spending to get rid of it so that I don't have to have any conflict.
How did that affect your dignity and your self-esteem?
Oh, it felt like that's why saying that question that way is I'm going to share this directly. That is why I hated money. I directly associated money with being exposed to getting my dignity stripped because that was my mother's favorite way of punishment. So a little bit in my background too is that I am a trained yoga and meditation teacher. So I love to do mindfulness practices, and we call some of that like a mindful pause. And so I decided that I wanted to take a big mindful pause on spending money for a year so I could see what would arise in that space.
Okay.
Share how I did it. Now, if people want to do this, they can do it their way because it was my thing. So I chose to, at the time I was married, so I did not give up my home, but that's something it's an option, right? I could give up my home. I could live off friends.
That's true.
Yep. But I chose, so setting the bar, I chose to keep my home, stay in my home and pay for the mortgage and pay for living expenses like groceries. But I did not spend any extra spending money. So no, for a whole year, I didn't even go out to get a cup of coffee. I didn't go to movies. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't go. One of my friends was like, I don't care. I want you to be with me there and I'm going to buy. Which also made me really uncomfortable because now people were spending money on me and then I'd be feeling guilty again. So it was a great way to explore how all transactions make me feel with money. But I didn't go to a concert. I didn't go to concerts, out to eat. I didn't do any extra spending beyond basic living expenses. So it's interesting because I tried various different things feeling the money and how uncomfortable money made me.
And that what? Say that again. No, say it again. That was good. What'd you say? Say it again.
You've got to stay with yourself.
Right. Don't try to run away from the discomfort.
Yeah.
Well, if you're choosing to stay with yourself even in the discomfort. Ride it out, because after a while your brain's going to figure out, hey, this is the way you want to go, then okay, we'll minimize the discomfort.
And
but now
you trust with yourself. That's how you trust yourself.
Wait, you said that? What? Hold on. No, hold on. I got to give me time to grab my pen. And you will what? Build what? Build trust? Is that what you said?
You start to trust yourself.
Okay. All right.